Hey YouTube fam, what's up? It's Patrick. Welcome to a Vinyasa practice. For today's session, as usual, all you need is yourself and your practice space. We will begin on our backs, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. New classes and content is coming your way all the time. After we finish the session, if you enjoy it, let me know how it went for you in the comment section below. It's always awesome to hear from each and every one of you. So as I stated just a moment ago, go ahead and make your way onto your back. Adjust your shoulders a little bit, lay down flat for just a moment. Bring your hands onto your ribcage and just feel your breath. Big inhales and exhales. Creating space, creating width, creating length. Feeling the physical quality of every inhale, pause, and exhale. Go ahead and hug your right knee into your chest. Let your left leg go long. You can wiggle the right knee around or the right femur around in your hip socket, excuse me, or just kind of roll your right leg around a little bit, whatever makes more sense to you there. And after you kind of wiggle that hip around, go ahead and come into a reclined pigeon pose. So right ankle above your left knee, thread your right hand through to catch your left shin, and your left hand wraps around the outside to create that same catch. You can interlace the fingers if you want here. Try to push your hips down towards the floor. I kind of like to wiggle around in this space a little bit, leaning right, leaning left. So it's a little bit less static, especially at the beginning of a practice. It can feel really nice. Help you open up and create a ton of space. From there, go ahead and release. Reach your right leg up to the sky. Reach your left leg long. C-curve your spine. Lift your chest up towards your knee. Reach your hands up towards your toes, stretching up, engaging your core. Then lower your right foot down to the height of your left foot. And then lift your right foot back up to the sky. So we'll do that 5 times. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C-curve the spine more. Reach your hands forward towards your left foot. And release. Bring your feet back to the floor in their bridge pose position. Take a deep inhale. And a long exhale. Hug your left knee into your chest. Let your right leg go long. And draw those same circles. Just kind of wiggling your left femur around in the hip socket, exploring some space. Again, we want this to be active even though we're beginning in a reclined position. And then set yourself up for reclined pigeon pose on the other side. Left ankle above your right knee, thread the hands through, catch your right shin, or of course the back of your right hamstring is also a nice place to be. And then as you get there, feel those fidgets, move around, find some tension, maybe try to lift your lower back off the floor, maybe try to ground through your hips, whatever feels good to you. Try to lengthen your tailbone long, no matter where you go or how you're playing the space. Remember to breathe here. Feel a settling of your energy in the space you embody, the space you explore. And release. Reach your left leg up to the sky, reach your right leg long. C-curve the spine so you lift your chest up towards your left knee. Reach your hands up towards your left foot. Really try to get elevated, engaged through your core. And then lower your left foot down and lift the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left foot as high as possible. C-curve the spine. Reach your hands forward towards your front right foot. And release. Set your feet down on the ground. Let the tips of fingertips touch backs of Achilles tendons. Take an inhale here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, push your hips up towards the sky. Softly opening through the fronts of your legs. And lower down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, push the hips up. Inhale, hips lower. Exhale, hips push up, knees drive forward. One more time, inhale, lower. Exhale, hips push up. Now inhale, open the chest a little bit, come into your bridge pose a touch more. And release. Lower down. Hug the knees into the chest, rock and roll front to back a few times until you find your way onto hands and knees. As you make it there, circle your shoulders over the wrists a few times, gripping through the fingers, rooting down into your thumbs. Notice the different positions your hands play here. Find your breath, find some space. Give yourself the freedom and the opportunity to move around. And let's take a few rounds of cat-cow here. Hands can place any direction. Inhale, pull your heart forward, you open. Exhale, round in. Inhale, pull the heart forward, you open. Exhale, round in. Inhale, pull heart forward and open. Exhale, round in. Inhale, pull the heart forward and open. Exhale, round in. Inhale, pull the heart forward and open. Exhale, round in. Inhale, find neutral. Tuck the toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Notice how this downward facing dog feels to you today. Maybe you feel a bit more freedom through the hips. Feel a bit more alive through the back body based on what we've done so far. Just kind of acknowledge your current state of physical self in this moment. Whether that feels good, strong, capable, maybe a little bit tired, a little bit slow, a little bit sluggish. It's good either way because you're here. You're part of the experience. Inhale, wave forwards into plank pose. Exhale, push your hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, roll forwards, plank pose. Exhale, push your hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank pose. Exhale, push your hips up and back, down dog. Inhale. Exhale, really push your hips away here. Lift them up and back. Find the stretch through the arms, through the shoulders. And then lower your knees to the floor. Sit back to your heels. Bind your hands behind the back. Push your palms together. Let the knuckles chase the ground behind you. Open through your front body. Feel lifted, feel elevated. Feel the stretch through the bottoms of your feet. And exhale, release. Roll your shoulders a few times. Plant your hands down at the top of the mat. Step into plank pose. Take an inhale. On the exhale, move through a push-up. Knees and forearms drop. Inhale, pull through upward facing dog. Exhale, wave on back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee up to right tricep to touch. Inhale, right leg lifts up and back. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot as you come forward to side plank, keeping your right foot lifted, reaching your right arm up. Pull your right knee into your chest. Step the right foot forward. Drop the left knee down and reach both hands up to the sky. Anjaneyasana. 2 breaths here. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Fingertips to the floor. Push your hips back in space as you fold over a straightening right leg. Bend your right knee. Pull yourself forward. Plant your left hand again. Roll to the outer edge of both feet as you lift your left knee off the ground and reach your right arm up and overhead. Breathing into your right side body. And then place your right hand on the floor. Step back. Downward facing dog. Strong hands here. Inhale, stretch your left leg up to the sky. On your exhale, left knee forward to touch left tricep. Connect. Inhale, left leg lifts all the way up. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot as you sweep forward towards side plank, keeping your left foot lifted. Pull your left knee into the chest, look forward. Step your left foot to the top of the mat. Drop your right knee down. Inhale, stretch and reach your hands up to the sky. Active in your glute. Try to really lift through your front body. opening through your hips. Feel the pulling of your left heel really getting active in your left hamstring. One more inhale. On your exhale, fingertips to the floor, push your hips back in space, half splits. Straightening through your left leg. And remember, straight is always relative. Like wherever you feel the line of tension is the spot you should be, even if your left leg is a bit more bent. Right? It's good either way. On your next inhale, pull forward, plant your right hand, lift the right knee, roll to the outer edge of both feet, and sweep your left arm up and overhead. Try to get long through your left side body, stretch through your fingers. Big available breath. On your exhale, left hand to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forwards into plank pose. Exhale, move through your push-up. Knees and forearms drop. Inhale, pull through, upward facing dog. Exhale, wave back downward, facing dog. Inhale, your right leg lifts. On your exhale, right knee up to touch your right tricep. Inhale, right leg sweeps up and back. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot, side plank. Right arm stretches up to the sky. Right knee pulls into chest, lightly step. Your right foot all the way to the top of the mat. Drop your left knee down. Inhale, reach. Your hands up, create space. Exhale, fingertips to the floor, lift your left knee as you straighten through your right leg and fold over top of it, modified pyramid pose. Bend your right knee, pull forward, high lunge. Inhale, reach your hands up to the sky. Get longer and taller here. Try to not lean forward, really challenge your left leg. Hands pull to heart center, left knee lifts into chest. Get tall. Left ankle above right knee. Sit your hips low, half chair pose. Play with the wobble of it here. Try to sink down and deep into the space you embody. Inhale, rise out. Left knee lifts into chest. Bend your right knee, move through crouching warrior to step your left foot back to lunge. Inhale as you rise there, get tall. Lower your left knee to the floor, reach your hands up and back in space. Exhale, palms to the ground. Step on back, downward, facing dog. Inhale, your left toes stretch up to the sky. Exhale, left knee sweeps up to touch left tricep. Inhale, left leg reaches up and back. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot, side plank. On your right hand, left hand reaches up. Pull your left knee into your chest, step the left foot to the top of the mat lightly. Drop your right knee down, inhale, reach up. Through your hands, find height, find elevation, find lift off. On your exhale, fingertips to the floor. Push your hips back in space as you fold over a straightening left leg. Bend your left knee. Come forward as you rise into your high lunge. Stretch through your fingers. Sink into your hips a bit. Pull your hands to heart center as you lift your right knee up into your chest. Right ankle comes above left knee. Sit your hips low, moving towards your half chair pose. Keep trying to pull your right knee down towards the floor, and of course, above everything, remember to breathe through the balance. Flirt with the balance. If it's wobbly, that's all good. Inhale, rise. Right knee to chest. Sweep your right leg back in space as you bend your left knee. Crouching warrior, your right toes land. At the back of the mat, slowly find your lunge, and then drop your right knee down, reaching your hands up higher, maybe even reaching them behind you, creating more freedom, more openness, more availability. On your exhale, hands to the floor, step on back downward, facing dog. Inhale, wave into your plank pose. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. As you make it back to dog, push into the palms. Inhale, your right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee up to touch right tricep. Inhale, right leg lifts up and back. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot. This time, step your right foot over and behind your left knee. Let it tap as you twist your chest up and open to the sky. Root into the outer edge of your left foot. Pull your right knee into the chest. Step your right foot forward. Low lunge, left knee drops. Hands stretch up to the space above. Modified pyramid pose, fingertips to the floor. Push your hips up and back as you fold over a straightening right leg. Bend your right knee. Inhale, rise, high lunge, lift up. Exhale, pull your hands to heart center as you lift your left knee into the chest. Left ankle over right knee, sit your hips low. Moving towards half chair. Rise out of it, straighten your left leg. Crouching warrior, bend your right knee, reach your left foot back in space. Let your left toes land. Rise to high lunge for a moment so you can gently guide your left knee to the floor and reach your hands up and away. Exhale, palms to the ground. Step on back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Last side, last round. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee up to touch left tricep. Inhale, left foot stretches over back behind you. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot. Let your left toes tap. Twist your chest up from underneath. Reach your left arm overhead. Big available breath. And then look towards the top of the mat. Pull your left knee into the chest. Step your left foot all the way forward. Drop your right knee down. Inhale, stretch and reach your hands up to the space you cannot see, looking for something new. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Push your hips up and away as you straighten through your left leg. Bend your left knee. Inhale, rise into your high lunge. Pull your hands to heart center as you drive your right knee into the chest, rising to stand. Right ankle above left knee. Sit your hips low, half chair pose. Sinking down and in, finding the depth. Inhale, rise out of it. Right knee lifts into chest. Sweep through crouching warrior as you bend your left knee. Lean your heart forward. Set the right toes towards the back of the mat. Inhale, get tall. Lower your right knee down, but try to feel as though your hands are stuck in that original space above, just so you're getting longer. Exhale, palms to the floor. Step on back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, go ahead and cruise forwards into plank pose. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. And find your way back downward, facing dog. Root into the palms here. Feel new sense of space and length through the hips. Let's move through some symmetrical awakening A's before we calm everything down. Lift heels, bend knees. On the exhale, step or float feet to the outsides of your hands. Inhale, active squat. Exhale, straighten legs, hands to heart. Inhale, reach your hands up to the sky. Exhale, sit your hips down. Inhale, hands to the floor, elbows bend. Exhale, vinyasa. As you make it back to dog, root into the palms. Strong arms, last round here, lift heels, bend knees. Bottom of exhale, step or float feet to the outsides of your hands. Inhale, active squat. Exhale, straighten legs, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, hips sit down. Inhale, hands to the floor, elbows bend. Exhale, vinyasa. As you make it back to dog, inhale, your right leg lifts. Exhale, right shin forward, pigeon pose. If you want to take this reclined, feel free. If you want to take deer pose, feel free. That would just be scooting your left knee up a little bit out to the left side. You can take this upright. You can fold forward. Whatever works for you. Take time for your own sense of calm, own sense of steady, simple. Allow yourself to lean into less so that you can feel more. Try to tune in and see where your body naturally wants to take this movement, this position. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders, wherever you are. Three-legged dog. Lift your right leg back up to the sky. Lift it up as much as possible. You can hold here. You could drop your left forearm down, bend the knee. You could step over one more time. Maybe you're finding a lot of feeling and freedom driving through the hips in that other direction. Whatever's speaking to you, let it ride. And then close it off, finding your way to downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg lifts, and go ahead and swing your left shin forward, finding your pigeon pose on the second side. Moving into it, taking your time with the framing, taking your time with the intensity. For some of us, this position doesn't feel like much. For some of us, this feels like a lot. Right? Giving yourself the opportunity to organize helps you find structure, helps you find purpose. Above everything, it just helps you find presence. Presence in mind, presence in posture. Enough sensation to really feel and embody the present moment. For me, I always like to add a subtle amount of rotation here because it helps me feel more sensation through the outer line of my left leg and helps me keep my spine long. The longer your spine is in this shape, the more you're not only working external rotation of the left leg, but you're also working into some hip flexion. Wherever you are, slowly bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Swing your left leg back up to the sky, three-legged dog. Step the left foot over and behind. Your right leg opening through. Your front body driving through the hips, lifting up. One more breath here. And exhale to close. Pushing your hips up and away. Big available breath. On your next inhale, roll forwards to plank pose for a moment. And then push your hips up and back in space, downward facing dog. Stay strong through the fingers. Lift heels, bend knees. Step or float through to find your way onto your back. As you find your back body, let the tips of fingertips touch backs of Achilles tendons as you scoot the feet close. One round of bridge pose, or of course wheel pose here, to just kind of solidify your efforts and to let everything melt after that. Inhale here. Exhale to lift. Feel opening and length through your front body, active in the legs. And release. Take 2 breaths here to soften. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Let your left leg go long. Pull your right knee into the chest. An easy twist to your left. Here, just do your best to breathe through your right side body. Slowly twist back to center and switch your side. Left knee comes in, left leg swings over, body melts down. Slowly twist back to center and come to Supta Baddha Konasana. Bottoms of feet push together, knees gently drop open, one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Close your eyes. Let your breath take over. But remove the control of it. Lean into something less. And allow that to become something more. Give yourself the opportunity in this moment to be fond of yourself. Feel free to lay in this Shavasana for as long as you'd like. Nourish yourself in this moment for as long as you need to. As always, it's such a pleasure to share space with each and every one of you here on the channel. Thank you so much for joining in on this session. I look forward to practicing with you soon. Have an amazing rest of your day. Peace.